morning, everyone. I am very delighted to be here among such esteemed business leaders and marketeers of India and Asia. First and foremost, I'd like to begin by thanking Economic Times, Martech Asia team for this wonderful opportunity. And I'm humbled to be here and share insights and our learnings on behalf of our OnePlus team. When I was approached by the ET Martech team to speak about the topic of customer retention and how it remains a challenge for many industries, I was truly happy that this topic has been picked up as one of the keynote speakers. And at OnePlus, I can share with you, we truly owe our exceptional success to our customers who we fondly call community members. So let me start by talking about what OnePlus is. And for those of you who don't know, OnePlus is one of the leading premium smartphone brands. But we really started our journey way back in 2013. Our founder, Pete Lau, started the company with a vision that how do we bring great technology with a burdenless experience to users across the globe. And in 2014, when we launched the first smartphone, which is OnePlus One, we did something very unique. And I think a lot of marketers in the room who experienced that found that we started with a tagline called a flagship killer smartphone. 2014 was a time that had a slew of phones coming in, but we went back to our customers and said that, look, if you like the phone, if you like the features, why don't you go out and invite some of your family and friends? And we started giving out invites. We did not expect more than a couple of 100 or 1,000 invites to go out. But by December 2014, we had sold over 1 million smartphones in less than a year, and largely through an invite model. Now, at the end of the day, we may think that it is a great marketing idea to go ahead with, but the fact of the matter was, it was a fantastic community initiative where we invited customers to say, what do you like about the brand? What do you like about the specs? One of our core values at OnePlus is never settle. And what it means is not aim for perfection, but the pursuit to be better. And that pursuit to be better has actually got us where we are today. In less than 8 years, today we are amongst the world's largest premium smartphone brand. In India, we have a smart television segment, which is now ranked number 3, ahead of some of the more established players, growing at 120% year on year. We have smart watches and audio devices, which our community loves. But the genesis of all this success is actually the community forums that we started in 2013. And I want to talk about what that customer experience journey has been. The community forums were set up with one idea, that if you are a OnePlus user or if you are an aspiring OnePlus user, we would wish for you to come in and share your thoughts and ideas. What do you think the brand stands for? What do you think the organization should be doing? What are your needs? And the question was, how do we get you to speak to us more and more often? And the way we got about this customer fanaticism was really in 2 ways, or in 2 steps. Number 1, building a culture of learning and listening to the community. And number 2, building a holistic experience which brings the community together. So community learning initiatives, and number 2, community building initiatives. Now, before I elaborate on both these with the group out here, I'd like to quickly break for video and share one of our recent community launch events that we did in Bangalore. And just to set context out there, this was done after a hiatus of 2-3 years post-pandemic, about 60-65 kilometers away from Bangalore on a rainy day. But I'd like to share with you what the response was by this community. So could we request somebody to put the video?
Introduce you to your host for the evening, the one and only Kanan Gill.
I know it's been a 3-year long wait since we did our last major event like this in a large crowd, but here we are back doing what we do best.
Live from New York, introducing a new era of faster, smarter charging. Welcome to the 150-watt Superwalk Endurance Edition.
Sometimes it's important to see the bigger picture.
We believe it needs to evolve beyond speed.
After a gap of 3 years, we're doing such a great event, meeting the community members, and all I can say is I am filled with gratitude and thanks.
So this is OnePlus. This is the never settled spirit.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we were expecting about 200 people to land up on that rainy day in Bangalore. And I kid you not that there were 700 people. We had to add 5 rows of chairs. We had to take an additional hall on the very last day. And by the way, these are paid and ticketed events and community meetups. We had people flying in from Bombay, from Hyderabad, from Chennai, from Delhi, all far away in Bangalore. And if anybody has been to Bangalore recently, and if you know where the new IKEA store is, this is another 10 kilometers or 6 kilometers ahead of that. So people came in out there in droves. And this only happens for one reason. And that reason is consumers and community believe that this is a brand that listens to them. This is a brand that they will like to talk about to their family and friends. This is a brand that they like to advocate. And this is what the journey of OnePlus has been. So the 2 pillars that I wish to talk about and share with you today, number 1 is building a learning culture in the organization. And number 2, building a community bonding culture. So pillar number 1, at OnePlus we've always believed that understanding the customers is most crucial. We go by 2 very big values in the organization from the day they were started. One is never settle. That's what our motto is. We want to be in that constant pursuit for perfection. And that only happens if the culture in the organization is that of a listening organization. I have some of my colleagues out here, and during interviews we talk about only one thing. We do not want super specialists in the team. We don't want people who know it all. We would like to take people who can learn it all, because the world is changing, whether it's technology, whether it's FMCG, whether it's IT, telco, apparel, what have you. So if you have a team which is willing to listen, it will go a long way. There are a few initiatives that we take which help us listen to our consumers. The first initiative that we launched in 2014 was something called the Open Ear Forums. Now, for those of you who work in organizations which have R&D, consumer labs, a marketing team, a brand team, a customer service team, you'll find that a customer experience team is behind the customer service team. At OnePlus, the community engagement team is part of a marketing and business team. And at the open air forums, we have product engineers, we have R&D teams, we have management leadership, we have marketing, we have sales, we have partnerships and customer experience leaders. Come and sit with 40 to 50 of our customers year after year, practically locked in rooms like this for 2 to 3 days. And we will take one of our phones and our televisions and a product and a service and tell consumers saying that, what do you really like or hate about this product? And then the work starts. Every information gets fed in. Those of you who use a OnePlus product know that some of the industry first standards like 120 Hertz, screen charging, fast charging, a gaming mode, a Zen mode, they've all come out of feedback from the consumers who are sitting in rooms like this. So the open air forums is our commitment that we are going to build a learning culture in the organization. The second is knowing where our consumers are and what the future of these consumers are. A lot of our consumers are first-time jobbers, postgraduate university students, and our student ambassador program reaches out to 50 universities in over 25 cities and selects 30 ambassadors. But to select these 30 ambassadors, this year we got 24,000 plus applications. And we don't outsource it to an agency, we do it in-house. We look at the top 30 students who are tech fanatics, who are brand fanatics, and we come and ask them to tell us, what do you think we should be doing more? Go back to that future community and build a learning culture for us. We have launched the OnePlus Smart TV a couple of years ago, and the way we wanted to customize the television for India is to create what we call TV ninjas and ask them, what do you like about the television? Can we get you 3 competition television, and can you compare and tell us what is most relevant for India? So today, when we are ranked as the number 3 smart TV player in the country in less than 3 years, it's a matter of pride that the community gave that feedback. So these 3 examples that I've shared with you is what we call the community listening pillar for us. The next pillar, or the last pillar I want to talk about, is what we call the customer or the community building pillar for us. And this is where we believe building a holistic experience is going to build that customer centricity for the future. So let me again share 2 examples with you. We started off as a product and a hardware company. But when we went back to consumers and said, what do you need as part of a community to come together? Everybody said that, look, you're a new brand. What can you do to bring us together? And those of you who use a OnePlus will know that we come with a unique red color charging cable. And our community members, I remember the gentleman who coined the term Red Cable Club, actually said, folks, you should call your club Red Cable Club. And I said, why do you want to call it the Red Cable Club? Cables are going to be out of vogue in some time. And they said, I've had an experience at the airport that there were 3 people all hooked onto the red cable, and we struck a conversation. And I was new to that city. And one after the other, we saw experiences coming out from the community. Somebody is celebrating their birthday in a new city. Somebody is welcoming a bunch of people in a new country. Somebody went out and helped an elderly family member because they were connected to the community. And that was the birth of the Red Cable Club. The Red Cable Club is a unique digital membership program, and I'm very happy to say that today, in less than 3 years of launch, it has 15 million members in India. Thank you. There are very, very few organizations which can have an active community of 15 million. And by the way, we open our doors to everyone. We say that even if you are a OnePlus prospective consumer, you want to learn about what the community can give to you, sign up, engage with us. And some of the answers are not nice to hear because people will say that, look, we want this change in you. But the Red Cable Club is actually bringing community together. Last time I was in office, one of the earliest community members came in. This gentleman is a product manager at Rakuten, and he said, this is the annual booklet that I bring for the OnePlus leadership, which is all pictures shot on the first OnePlus phone that he bought 8 years ago. And he just went for a walk in the park at Goa, went to a couple of heritage sites and clicked photos. We didn't institutionalize it. We didn't ask the community to do it for us. The community is getting together, whether going on marathons, visiting Lal Bagh, going to Red Fort, celebrating festivals together. And the power of a community program is creating a hub for community bonding. Early on, when we launched ourselves as a digital online first brand. So a lot of our products are being sold on Amazon, Flipkart. But very quickly, in a few months, we realized that the community is literally screaming out for interactions offline. And those of you who have bought a smartphone at a store, you'll know that typically stores are 800 to about 2,000 square feet in size, right? Maybe 3,000 square feet in high street areas. But we set up our first super flagship store in Bangalore. This is at Brigade Road. This is on sprawling 2 floors at 39,000 square feet of space. It's called the OnePlus Boulevard. It's the largest in the world. It's taken us 3.5 years to build. And this store encompasses everything that we stand for in a community. It has a community meeting room, it has a reading room, it has an amphitheater. Community members can come and use it as a recording studio if they want. It has a nice coffee catch-up area. And every time we invite users, community members, partners, they say, this is a hub for us to get to know each other. That's what the community stands for. So it's not a customer service area where people are coming in and saying that something is wrong with my device. This is an area where people come and talk. And last but not the least, as part of this meeting area or this meeting hub concept, is finding the passions of your consumers and bringing them together. When we do dipsticks, 3 passions come out of our consumers. They love digital photography, they love gaming, they love music. I was speaking with the ET Martech team and we were throwing some ideas saying that gaming has become so big that our users are getting together to do multiplayer gaming programs. I think that's the ringer for me. So I would like to wrap it up by summarizing 2 things. If we really need to focus on consumer centricity, we have to get away from the archaic terms customer service, customer experience, and loyalty and retention. We have to get to creating customer advocacy through building a community. 2 things which have worked well for us: build a culture of learning to the consumer, and try building communities which can take off on their own, get together and give us feedback. On that note, I'd like to once again thank the ET Martech team for giving us this opportunity. And I hope some of our stories have helped you and you've enjoyed listening to them as much as we have enjoyed implementing them in our young brand called OnePlus. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day ahead.